Every time new weapons are added to Modern Warfare, YouTubers really try to upsell them by saying that they are overpowered in some way. And while the new weapons just added to Modern Warfare are very good, just like last season's, but it is very hard for me to want to say overpowered when referring to the Fennec or the AMAX. Let me preface this video by saying I don't play Warzone, so if you are here for Warzone related topics, that's not what I'm gonna talk about. I'm talking about multiplayer, I'm talking about my phone just went off. I am talking about core mode. I'm talking about good old-fashioned 100 health core mode. Alright, so just keep that in mind. When it comes to core mode, I don't see either the Fennec or the AMAX as overpowered. The meta-dominating weapons in this game have so many pluses that the AMAX just doesn't have, such as incredibly low recoil, fire rates above 750, more magazine options, and faster movement speed. I think a lot of people misunderstand what makes these weapons so usable. What makes the Fennec and the AMAX so proficient and why you're seeing people use them is because they're new. Okay, that's why you're seeing them. The Fennec, at the end of the day, is a very niche gun. It's like a shotgun, incredibly devastating up close, a useless pea shooter at a distance. And the AMAX is similar to the SCAR or the AK-47. It fits in with slower fire rate assault rifles that have good damage, but again have that slower fire rate, some slower handling stats such as slower aim down sight speed for instance. That's what you have with the AMAX. If you build the AMAX for longer ranges especially, you're really going to be slowing the gun down, which isn't always a terrible thing because that's how those weapons are meant to be used. They're not overpowered. Overpowered is a throwaway term at this point. Overused, maybe, but the only reason they're being used right now is because they're brand spanking new, no doubt. People like them because they're new. And they're not bad weapons, they are competitive. The Fennec in close range is incredible because it's hard to miss. Even if every SMG outdamaged the Fennec, it wouldn't matter because the Fennec's firing at 1100 plus RPM, meaning you can sweep targets with ease. You can get a 40 round magazine and sweep targets. I don't want to talk too much about the Fennec because I still need to do a video covering the Fennec and its attachments and class setups and stuff like that. I'm gonna do a little gun review on the Fennec like I did with the AMAX, hopefully a little bit better because my AMAX video had a couple of misinformations. I pinned a comment, whatever. If the Fennec is overpowered, then the shotguns are also overpowered. It's a close range weapon, it's a niche SMG. If you're getting consistently killed by the Fennec at close range, congratulations, you're fighting somebody using that weapon to their strengths. The Fennec lacks versatility, and if somebody is doing well with the Fennec at longer ranges, that just means they're good at using the wrong tool for the job. There are other SMGs that are more versatile, have lower recoil, and more controllable fire rates. I'm not saying the Fennec is so bad that you can't use it at longer ranges, outside of its effective, close range. I'm not saying that, but it's really not good enough at that distance for you to complain about dying to it. That means they're controlling recoil, landing 7+ shots, and that thing has terrible bullet velocity, so if you're moving, you should be fine. If you're behind cover even, you should be fine, because the weapon only fires 45 ACP, which in this game has almost 0 penetration power. So if you are behind cover, if you are head glitching, you're pretty much safe. The thing cannot punch through cover, it has crazy recoil, and it's not controllable. And people have to slow their Fennecs down and make them into something they're not really supposed to be in order to use them with a more versatile playstyle. And when it comes to the AMAX requires upper chest shots. The AMAX doesn't fire as fast as a Kilo or an M4. The AMAX doesn't have the same margin for error. The AMAX fires around 630 RPM. I've heard 620, I've heard 640, I'm gonna say 630. The AMAX fires at 630, the M4 requires an extra shot to kill, sure, but it fires at 833 rounds per minute. The AK with its conversion kit after it got buffed is able to 3-shot you at 690 rounds per minute. The RAM fires at 882 rounds per minute, the M13 925, the FR556 does 1,000 rounds per minute, but of course the FR requires more accuracy, but it's worth mentioning. And also the Kilo. The Kilo fires at 779 RPM, roughly. I'm taking these from Exclusive Ace's rate of fire charts. I'm not saying the AMAX isn't good, but I'm saying that as soon as you're getting a 4-shot kill with the AMAX, and so you didn't land all your torso shots or a headshot, or you're at too long of a range or something like that, or you're using one of the shorter barrels that limits your range. So anyway, you get a 4-shot kill, you immediately would have been better off using a Kilo. You immediately would have been better off using the M4. That's how that works, kids. If you use a gun that fires at around 630 RPM and it gets a 4-shot kill, you might as well use a 4-shot kill weapon that fires at 770 rounds per minute. That way you're getting those 4 shots out faster. And weapons like the Grau and the Kilo are more accurate and controllable. The Ram is great up close, and so is the M13. And if you land headshots with the M13, you can get a 3-shot kill at 923 rounds per minute, at least according to Exclusive Ace's stats. I'm not a stat guy, I don't go after them, but I know where to get the good ones. I just don't like how everyone has the wrong rate of fire for the AMAX. We'll have to see when Ace does his like full testing, but whatever. You know what, the Canadian can take a vacation, I guess. And the MP5 is capable of 3-shotting at 800 plus rounds per minute. I think it's the same as the M4. Yep, same as the M4 at 833 rounds per minute. I'm gonna link this RPM chart, this Warzone chart, in the description below so you guys can see the RPMs of these weapons. Here's the rule of thumb when it comes to first-person shooters. Rate of fire is king. Couple that with solid range and solid accuracy, and you have yourself a winner. So yes, the AMAX is a more versatile, more, easy to use weapon than the SCAR or the AK in a lot of cases, unless you're talking about the AK's conversion kit or you're going for 2-shot headshots at all ranges. Yeah, the AMAX does a really good job if you're not going for those things. If you're calling the Fennec or the AMAX overpowered, I'm just going to assume you don't understand the stats of these weapons. I have a very rudimentary understanding. Hey Google, what does rudimentary mean?
Here's the definition of rudimentary: involving or limited to basic principles.
Okay, thought so. Alright, that's kind of embarrassing, but I couldn't remember. Okay, I have a very rudimentary understanding of these stats, and it's not hard for me to realize that, oh, these are mostly 4-shot kill weapons firing above 750 RPM that are dominating the meta. They require less shot pacing and less overall accuracy. I've been beating this dead horse on this channel for a while, so you knew I had to beat it a little bit more when people started complaining that an AMAX or a Fennec would be overpowered. How is a super close range rapid fire SMG overpowered? Okay, was the Scorpion overpowered in Black Ops 2? No, because as soon as he went outside of its effective range, it pissed and shit all over the bedroom. And the AMAX doesn't have an infinite 2-shot headshot range. And if an AMAX user is really pissing you off, just use a weapon that's statistically easier to manage. An M4 or a Kilo is statistically easier to manage. The AK-47's conversion kit ammunition is also very, very competitive against it. It's not that hard to realize, kids. Yes, it's a powerful assault rifle. That's good, it shakes up the meta. But it's not just the best gun in the game. Even people that think that it's just better than the AK, I think they're wrong. And I'm gonna do a whole video about why the AK is still relevant and why you should still love it. Because you still should love the AK-47. That video will come later after I do my Fennec review, but I had to get this off my chest. Sorry, these weapons are not overpowered. They're just not. One is only good up close, and one is just a versatile weapon that is outclassed by other meta-dominating versatile weapons. Don't get tilted because you're seeing a lot of AMAX and Fennec. It's because they're new. And this isn't a case of like the SKS, for instance, which came in and completely shat all over the EBR-14. No, there is still a reason to use the AK, and maybe the SCAR, but I'm going to start with the AK. I'm going to talk about the AK and why it's still relevant. It'll be my 3rd or 4th video on the AK, but I don't give a shit. I love that thing, and I look forward to talking about it. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video for whatever reason. Hopefully, it gave you something to think about or send to your friends. But either way, I live stream on this channel. I have merch links in the description. If you want to donate and support the channel, that's always appreciated. Yada yada. You can subscribe, you can like, you can share, you can shit yourself. It's your life, dude. Do whatever you want. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye. It's only slightly more productive to shit yourself, so choose carefully.